I got into woodworking when I was around 13 years old. I started doing construction and as a laborer, and then they moved me into the carpentry part of it, so I started to like wood. And then in high school I took shop class, and a local cabinet maker put an ad inside the shop class saying that he was looking for extra work. I stuck around with all the carpenters and everything. I wasn't a carpenter, I was an apprentice, considered an apprentice. And that's when I liked it, because I liked the idea of wood and how you can convert it, transform it from, a rough object into something that turns into, in that case it was a building or a house or a roof or whatever it was. The shop class, I made a grandfather clock. That was probably it. It was one that I remember that I was very satisfied with. It was the clock. It was, I don't know, somewhere about that big with a little pendulum. You buy the little kits inside, but then you do all the wood for, to make it look nice with all the trim and everything. And then I just kept up with wood through my life. We went to Italy and I stayed there for about 15 years, but I still continued to make, wood projects for the family, for friends. Came back here, opened up the shop, which was originally supposed to be a barn. The name of the business is the Wooden Armory. It's been a couple of years, 2012. All custom-made furniture. Most of it is made out of solid wood. That's what where I like to be. The economy helped get into the business, because I was working as a contract captain with Galati and Thunder Marine, who are both yacht brokers in the area. Galati maybe one of the larger ones. And they started using people on the inside that, their own people that are hired full-time, as opposed to hiring, captains by contract. And I started doing martial arts, and when I was doing the martial arts, my master had said, I would like this dummy. So I made that dummy, and that's basically the transformation. When I made the dummy, I only had a bunch of hand tools, just almost literally just hand saws and stuff like that. It came out very well. And the people in the schools knew that I was making them because they were purchasing from me. And then it wasn't long until then that they started asking, would you like to could you do a kitchen? Could you do some cabinets? Could you do a bed, a Murphy bed that came down? And it was that it almost naturally flowed into the wood, and it's somewhere in that period is when we started investing in more machinery and saying, well, you know what, we need a table saw. If I'm going to do furniture, you can't just sit there with a regular saw and saw through it. So my daughter now might be following in my footsteps. I cut her with the bandsaw. I cut out little objects, and then she'll sand them down and paint them, and she'll come out here and saw stuff. So we'll see. Maybe she'll be the next employee.